Alrighty, court is now in session with Judge Tundra Tactical presiding over the curious case of Hollywood's hypocrites. Today, we're diving deep into the paradoxical world of Tinseltown's finest, those who love their own guns, but frown upon yours. Buckle up for a ride through the land of do as I say, not as I do, and sit back while we roll out the red carpet for some A-list absurdity, and let's start the show.
Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
You will never guess who starts our list off of one of the biggest Hollywood hypocrites. He's an actor with an on-screen body count of over 794 and a legendary action movie star.
Who are you?
Your worst nightmare.
Oh, no, say it ain't so, Sly Stallone. That's right, folks. The Rocky, Rambo, and Judge Dredd actor has gone on the record as a hardcore supporter of gun grabbing, telling Access Hollywood, "It's ending. It's over. All bets are off. It's not 200 years ago. We don't need the Second Amendment." Yikes. In fact, Stallone said the gun grabber part out loud when he was actually advocating for going door to door to seize law-abiding citizens' property so we could be more like the rest of the world. Oof, honestly, if I wanted to be more like the rest of the world, I'd pay $10 for a liter of petrol and accept my country will never make it to the moon.
America!
But then being anti-2A in Hollywood is nothing new. What makes Sly so infuriating is this. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is Sly Stallone's application for a concealed carry permit in California. The application notes that he has been previously approved in another California jurisdiction years ago for a different CCW permit. Stallone's anti-2A extremism goes surprisingly even farther. In 2012, Guns & Ammo listed Stallone as one of their 8 surprising anti-gun celebrities and noted that some actors and celebrities may hope and wish for gun control, but their takes aren't as totalitarian as Stallone's. It is time for judgment. Sly, well, for being a man who wants to demolish our constitutional rights, grab everybody's guns, but keep your own, I judge it surprising that after all that HGH, your stones are big enough to hold such an anti-2A opinion while making bank on movies where guns are practically the co-stars. If you treat your guns like they're the stars of the show as well, then check out our sponsors. First, we have Vault Pro, proudly manufacturing the finest American-made safes, vault doors, safe rooms, and storm shelters. When you buy from Vault Pro, your safety, security, and privacy are their only priority. Vault Pro has never and will never release your information to another party, so click the Vault Pro link down in the doobly-doo. And we have PWS, who is now offering their advanced BDE suppressors in 4 caliber options: 7.62, 9mm, 22, and 5.56. These suppressors offer revolutionary sound control, all while remaining lightweight and tough. Easy to clean, easy to install, and easy to maintain, these suppressors will make shooting even better than it was before. I found this next Hollywood hypocrite rather crushing, if I do say so myself. I've been a fan for this person for a long time, but now I feel run over by the revelation. Honestly, I was almost torn apart. Our next Hollywood hypocrite, Jeremy Renner, might be Hawkeye on the screen, but off screen, he's more gun guy than bow guy. This Avenger told Playboy, "I like guns now. I got good at them, and then I found a love for them." That's right, Jeremy Lover? That's right, Renner has got a love affair with firearms. How many celebs would shrug off a TMZ reporter spotting him at a local gun store picking up a Remington shotgun and a Springfield Armory XD? No arrows, no problem. Now, despite having a personal armory that would make a Somali warlord blush, Renner has made a surprising cameo in an anti-2A video, trading his meaty action hero persona for the dried tofu salad of Hollywood acceptance. Talk about a plot twist. Jeremy, you're living out every single gun owner's dream: a ranch, a personal armory. You've got all the gear, Jeremy. But when it comes to supporting the rights of your fans, suddenly it's all about tread on me. You, my friend, don't have a leg to stand on. Ooh.
Oh, my sweet Jesus.
So here's our judgment. For getting rolled over by any number of things, including the Hollywood establishment, we sentence you to appear in every Marvel movie with Brie Larson, because like a vegan-owned butcher shop, both have all the tools to be cool, but the skills are severely handicapped. Next up in our Hollywood Hypocrite Hall of Fame is the one and only Robert De Niro. He's a guy who's had more on-screen shootouts than a Wild West outlaw, and he's now playing the role of a gun control evangelist. He told the Daily Mail there should be more gun control. It's out of hand how easily you can get guns. Coming from the guy who's made a living off of being one of Hollywood's favorite gun-toting tough guys, that sure is rich.
Lig my balls.
De Niro, our beloved Goodfellas mobster, Don Corleone in The Godfather, and the Brains of Heat apparently likes his Second Amendment rights like he likes his roles, complex and full of contradictions. While De Niro supports gun control for you and me, police records show he's amongst the elite few licensed for concealed carry in New York City. Maybe he's prepping for Taxi Driver, the retirement years. Now, when De Niro's people were asked why he needed a CCW permit while thousands of New York City applicants waited in limbo, the response was a resounding, De Niro's camp clammed up faster than a politician caught naked with a bowl of Jell-O in a Denton County, Texas bordello.
I was hot and I was hungry, okay?
Here's a guy advocating for gun control while ensuring he can protect himself and his family. It's kind of like a firefighter whose side hustle is actually arson. Professionally against it, but personally a fan of the Flames, not the hockey team. So, De Niro, for your performance as a gun control advocate while keeping your own piece close, we at Tundra Tactical award you the Oscar for Best Actor in a Hypocritical Role. Bravo, Bobby. Bravo. Further, we judge that you're a real fucker. Strap in, Tundra Nation, as we turn our sights to Jamie Foxx. Here's a man who's as smooth with a microphone as he is with a script, but when it comes to our guns, the plot thickens. Jamie hails from Texas, and he openly admits that he's a gun owner. Yet, in a twist that's more dramatic than any of his movie roles, he's calling for major gun control overhauls.
Move this man!
Foxx says we have to stop dancing around the issue and get these types of guns off the streets. They were not made for pedestrians, apparently. They were made for war. Interesting choice of words for a guy who's no stranger to the action-packed world of Hollywood, where guns are as common as dramatic pauses. See what I did there? This Texas native, who is no doubt familiar with the everything is bigger in Texas mantra, seems to be applying it to his contradictions as well. On one hand, he's got his own collection of firearms, but on the other hand, he's preaching from the book of the anti-gunners. It's like a NASCAR driver advocating for speed limits and right turns. Honestly, it's just out of character, it seems.
I want to go fast.
Come on, Jamie. Do better. Well, Jamie, you are nailing the part of a man who loves his guns but wishes they would disappear like a bad movie review. For your performance as both a gun-toting Texan and as a gun-snatching advocate, we at Tundra Tactical can't help but award you the Golden Globe for Best Dual Role and judge that you must play Two-Face in the upcoming Batman reboot. Well done, Jamie. You've turned contradiction into an art form. All right, folks, it is time. It's rare, but it is time for a Tundra Tactical correction. Even judges get it wrong sometimes, and we are no different. We previously featured Jennifer Lawrence in a Celebrity Pro 2A video applauding her telling PETA to fork off and choosing to own a shotgun for home defense. We declared her the ultimate shorty with a shotty, but just like the good movies Hollywood used to make, there was a twist we didn't see coming. It seems recently J-Law expressed her outrage at the expansion of gun rights by the Supreme Court. Oh man, it seems like our Hunger Games heroine only supports some of us exercising our Second Amendment rights. She goes further to excuse herself and all of Hollywood from making films with firearms and profiting from them, saying there is a clear separation between politics and the entertainment industry. My, how convenient. So here's the conundrum. Jennifer Lawrence, a gun owner herself who stood up to PETA, now seems to align with the gun control choir. It's a bit like a lifeguard who's decided the sharks shouldn't go hungry. Still do want that mouth to mouth though.
Woo!
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Therefore, we are revising our judgment. J-Law, for your personal stance on firearms ownership contrasted with your public outcry for gun control, we judge you the 2A Mockingjay. You said all the right things to win our hearts, but you're just not the bird we're looking for. We are once again rolling out the red carpet for our next Hollywood hypocrite, Mark Wahlberg. Now, Mark Wahlberg can't legally own a gun due to a felony conviction, and because he can't have one, he's all for not letting anyone else have them either. Real mature, buddy.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Wahlberg sings straight from the gun grabber hymn book, telling the press to take all of the guns away. Apparently, it would be a beautiful thing. That's Mark Wahlberg talking. Don't misquote me. Sounds like somebody who got grounded as a kid and now wants to take his ball and go home and make sure nobody else gets to play outside. The head of the Funky Bunch has zero problem shooting when preparing for roles for Hollywood films and generating studio profits, but I guess he just doesn't trust us common folk who don't have a felony conviction to own firearms. Fascinating. Just when you think Wahlberg couldn't get any worse, he went out and called Charleton Heston names, saying, "I believe Charleton Heston is America's greatest villain because he loves guns so much." That was right back before Wahlberg decided to remake the Heston classic, Planet of the Apes. Heston, like a true OG, didn't bother to respond. All I know is people still watch Heston's version of Planet of the Apes, and Wahlberg's, well... Marky, attacking Chuck Heston is more tasteless than your burgers, and that's saying something, and I'm not going to spend too much time on the thoughts of a prohibited possessor. It's judgment time! Marky Mark, for finding a loophole that allows you to shoot, but working to deny the rest of us the fun of the shooting sports, we judge you and your whole bunch funkless. Please see Mr. George Clinton about returning your funk card. Hey, in a strange stint of positivity brought on by the holiday season and an overdose of mashed potatoes, and yes, you can actually do that, I wanted to share support for defending yourself from an unexpected direction. It turns out the current Dalai Lama understands the need and respects defending your life. Guys, where's this going? It turns out the Dalai Lama, as reported by the Seattle Times when asked about how to react to a potential shooter, stated that it would be reasonable to shoot back with your own gun. That's some true enlightenment right there. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say the Lama is all on the Second Amendment enlightenment train, but you have to admit that's a pretty surprising remark. So Lama, for giving a completely based response and supporting personal defense, we judge you are welcome to come out to the range with us anytime. Our shooting skills could certainly use your blessing. Subscribe.